This early morning, I have a Japanese whiskey. This Japanese whiskey is this one, the Nikka Whiskey Rare Old Super since 1962. And I'm going to open this up. It's got some dust on it. This dates back to the 2nd of August, 2019. And now it is the 25th of April, 2020. So that's been a while. So September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. 8 months since I got this. And first time I opened the box. Oh, cool. Is that a neat looking bottle or what? It's got some dust on it, even though the box had never been opened. But there you go. Nikka Whiskey Rare Old Super since 1962. And what's it say up here on the neck? It says some things. It says Nikka Whiskey, produced by Nikka Whiskey Distillery Company Ltd. Japan. Whoa, what's it say on this side here? 70 CLs, 43% alcohol by volume. No pregnancy, international symbol. Fabriqué au Japon. The Whiskey Distilling Company, the Nikka Whiskey Distillery, importé par la Maison du Whisky. 911 Rue Marthe, Clichy, France. Okay. So this went through France to come to us here in Canada. Maison du Whisky. What did this set me back? $84.99. So $85, $8.50 liquor tax, and $4.25 GST. So $12.75 on top of 85, so $97.09 with the 10-cent bottle deposit. So just under $100. Bottled at 43% alcohol by volume. It has plastic stuff here that I'm gonna try and get open. I just trimmed my fingernails. Why did I do that? Only yesterday. Wait, I think I've got something here. Something to pull up. Oh, yeah. Okay. We got some of the pulling apart stuff here. Oh, look. It comes right off. Beautiful. Nice. Oh, and it's not a cork. It is a screw top. You would not expect a cork from the Japanese anyway. %43 alcohol by volume. This looks like the kind of a bottle that a genie would come out of. Yeah. Okay. And this is in a Whiskey Scout glass. Oh. Right away I'm getting a bit of a perfumey note from it. But that's just a very first impression. Let's see if we got any legs. Well, there's a ridge there. Oh. Slowly forming and slowly running down. Can you see that? Interesting. For 43%. Once again, I'm getting a sweet kind of perfumey note. Somewhat fruity, a little bit malty. It says Nikka whiskey, but who knows where it's from. Could be Canadian. Has a bit of a lot of corn now. A lot of corn coming out. Corn husks. Grassy. Vanilla. So corn, grassy, vanilla. And it says rare old, but it doesn't say how old it is. Vanilla, grassy, corn husks. Am I getting anything else? If it didn't say Japanese on the label, I would say it's a Canadian whiskey, mostly corn. I'm not getting any of those spicy rye notes at all, so maybe it's blended. Blended with something from Japan. But my first impression is a Canadian corn whiskey. Maybe a bit of wheat. Could be something like what you'd get out of Highwood. And the corn could be anything. Some bulk Canadian whiskey. That's the impression I'm getting anyway. As usual with things Japanese, nothing really stands out. Nothing really cries for attention, but this corn husk sweetness, corn sweetness is dominant. Don't get much else. Bit of vanilla, that's it. I'm gonna taste it. Ah. On the palate, I'm getting more of that corn sweetness. A lot of corn sweetness. And then it comes up pretty dry. A bit of vanilla. Tiny bit of toffee. Nothing really reaching out and touching. It's not thick, but it's thicker than the Aberfeldy that I had before. And doesn't really have a lot of flavor sticking out. Nothing jumping out at me anyway. Not yet. I'm going to maybe, well, it's just kind of dry right now. Not much of a finish to it. If this stuff cost $40, maybe it would be okay. But for the price that they're asking, $84.99 plus taxes, coming in just under 100. Based on this neck pour, I don't think it's worth it. Now, after tasting it, I still get some of those corn husks, although they're not as strong as they were, maybe because I'm used to it by now. Do I get any subtle nuances? Bit of vanilla. This one doesn't exactly reach out and knock you over the head, like a lot of Japanese whiskeys, if indeed any of it is Japanese. I think it's a Canadian corn whiskey. Yeah, a lot of corn sweetness, corn husks, bit of vanilla, tiny bit of toffee, and there's no age statement on it, so it doesn't say how old it is. It's thin, it's light. It's not so sweet as it was before. I'm getting some toffee, caramel, but it doesn't really stick out. A little bit of vanilla. Tiny little bit spicy, but really it doesn't fill my mouth. I'm going to try adding just a little bit of water to it and seeing what that does to it. I think I may have tried this at the Cowichan Valley Whiskey Festival of 2019. Put a bit of water in there just to break the bonds between the flavor and the alcohol. Let the vapors come out. Yeah. Once again, after adding corn water, after adding water, if anything, I'm getting more of that corn husk sweetness and maybe a little bit of bitterness. Reminds me of Crown Royal. And I'm not talking about Crown Royal XR or Crown Royal it's just regular Crown Royal. Yeah, a little less corn on the palate, a little more toffee, a little more vanilla. A little bit spicy on the finish, but not strong at all. Nothing really sticks out. Everything is kind of like muted. It's kind of like right down here all the way across along. It's not, doesn't really jump out. Nothing jumps out at you, or nothing jumps out at me. Another sip, more vanilla. a somewhat alkaline, slippery mouthfeel. I think adding water has helped it a little, made it much more vanilla. Yeah, lots more vanilla, less of that corn husks, and a little bit of caramel, toffee. But it's subtle. It's not one that jumps out at you. It's one that you got to take your time with and sip slowly. And it's a Japanese whiskey after all. You're not going to get anything heavy. It is, as some would say, smooth. It's easy drinking. Yes, it's easy drinking, especially after adding some water to it. Would I buy it again? I don't know. I haven't finished a bottle yet, but so far it is somewhat underwhelming. I'm usually one of those who goes for the big flavors. But if you're easily it's a good beginner whiskey. Yeah, quite a bit of vanilla now that I've added water. Kanpai.
Foodquig.
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 Yeah.